Welcome to Unfold Data Science, friends. This is Aman here and I am a data scientist. In this video, we are going to understand what is the difference between FP growth algorithm and a priori algorithm from frequent pattern mining point of view. So what is frequent pattern mining? Let's say you go to your nearby superstore and you request them to give all the transactions of the day to you, and these are the three sample transactions. Okay, so in these three sample transactions, the items in the basket are I1, I2, I3, I4. The item in the second basket is I1, I2. In the third basket is I3, I4. So let us say you have 1 million or 10,000 or 100k transactions like this. Then what is the most frequent occurring pattern of items in those transactions? That is what we find out using these algorithms. So what is the difference between these two algorithms? This is a topic which was requested by many of you through comments. Now, I had explained about a priori in one of my previous videos, the link for which I am pasting here. You can go ahead and watch. In this video, we will see how these two algorithms are different. Okay, so I am writing here, let's say a priori. Okay, and I am writing here FP growth. So the basic difference between these two algorithms are, this is a tree based algorithm, okay, and this is an array based algorithm. So what is a tree based and what is an array based algorithm? Now what happens as the first step of a priori algorithm is, it will try to generate the candidate keys. So what is the meaning of generating candidate keys? How many items we have here in total? 4 items. From this set of 4 items, how many combinations can be created? Single atom combination, double atom combination, triple atom, 4 atom. That will be the candidate for the array. Okay. For example, one candidate can be I1, single I1. Other candidate can be I2. Other candidate can be I1, I2. Next candidate can be I3, I4. All these are candidates. Okay. These candidates will be used to mine the frequent patterns in the data. But first, these candidates need to be created and kept in an array. So this is called an array based approach and the breadth first approach. So what I mean by that is breadth first approach, not the depth first. This is a depth first approach. Okay. In breadth first approach, all the candidate keys will be kept in array as one index. Okay. Now how FP growth tree is created is, it will just go and take the original transactions. It will not create the candidate keys. The meaning of that is, here you can see I1, I2, I3, I4. Okay. So one tree will be created where root node is null, next node is I1, I1 points to I2, I2 points to I3, I3 points to I4. Okay. This is transaction 1. Other transaction, I1 points to I2. So I1 points to I2. So first the score was 1. Now the score will be 2. So I can explain you in a separate video how these scores are computed. But at high level, this is the way how the tree is created. Okay. So this is a depth first approach and this is a breadth first approach. Now tomorrow, how the frequent patterns will be coming out from this is, in array index 1, let us say the key is I1, I2. So I1, I2, whenever I1 and I2 is together, what are the next 2 items or 1 atom that can be there? So when I1 and I2 are together, the next atom can be I3, I4 or a combination of I3 and I4. If we go by this rule, whenever I1 and I2 are together, then next atom will be I3 and a combination of I3 and I4 is also possible. So this is the basic difference between these two algorithms. One is breadth first, one is depth first. Here tree is created, here array is created. Moving on to the next difference. Since there is no candidate tree creation in FP growth, hence this is a faster process. Okay. So FP growth is a faster process because there is no candidate key generation, and this is a slower process because we need to generate the candidates like the way I told you, single, double, all the combinations. Also, this is very less memory intensive. This consumes less memory. The reason for that is, again, keys are not created and hence the space for that array is not consumed. There is a space consumed for the tree, but the array takes all the combination of different items and hence the space is bigger. So here it will take more memory. Okay. And as you increase the size of your data set, which means here I am talking about 4 items itself. Let us say you have 40 items. Then what will happen is, in this case, the speed or the cost will increase exponentially. Okay. So exponential increase in cost, exponential increase with increase in item. On the other hand, you saw here it is a tree based algorithm, hence the cost when you increase the number of items also will not increase exponentially. Cost in terms of computational power or the memory you need to compute, right? So it will not be exponential, it will be linear only. Okay. So what are the differences between these two algorithms? This is an array based, this is a tree based, this is a breadth first, this is a depth first, this is a cost intensive, means more memory, more processing needed. Here less memory, less processing. This is a slower process, this is a faster process. And this, when you increase the number of items in your data, the cost will be exponentially increasing here, the cost will be linearly increasing here. Okay. But is everything that good about FP growth? There are some drawbacks of FP growth. So if you have many number of items, right, your tree will be very complex in nature. That is one downside of FP growth. Now, if you want to understand in more detail how this tree is created, I can take a set of items and make you understand that. Just write me in comment, I'll create a separate video for that. Okay. Having said that, the implementation wise, right, the implementation wise, both these algorithms, Aproidy and FP growth, have their packages in Python. You can use those packages and you can just, run your transactions on those packages. It will give you the patterns hidden in the data. So I'm sure you have an idea now what is the difference between these two algorithms. I already have implemented Aproidy in one of my Python example. You can go ahead and watch. If you want, I can explain you the FP growth tree and Python implementation of that as well. So if you have any doubts, write me in comment. All of you stay safe and take care. I'll see you all in the next video.